At first glance, Kenya is rich and the most stable country in East African region, from luxury SUVs to flourishing flats in the city.
Full of opportunities, but a close look, wealth is unevenly distributed. Do you think success often is determined by your background, where you're born, or your parents? Well, if you're born in a wealthy family, your chances of you climbing the social ladder are much higher than those who inherit nothing.
Businesses are recording high profits, but the workers hardly share the prosperity with their bosses. Welcome to the world of inequality. In this edition, we take a look at inequality in Kenya, define it, and see how the government can bring it under control.
Find more on this edition of the report.
How rich is the richest guy in Kenya? According to Forbes magazine, currently there are over 40 billionaires in Kenya, and Nairobi hosts 75% of them. The richest man in Kenya has over 200 billion Kenya shillings worth of assets. So, what is causing inequality?
Let's begin with our first aspect, what we call income and wealth disparities.
The difference in money earned between the upper and the lower class, and value of assets like luxury cars, property and savings. The number of super rich in Kenya is one of the fastest growing in the world. It is predicted that the number of millionaires will grow by 80% over the next 10 years, with 7,500 new millionaires said to be created. While these minority super-rich Kenyans are accumulating wealth and income, the fruits of economic growth are failing to trickle down to the poorest. Experts relate such extreme economic inequality to an epidemic of tax evasion and avoidance, where billion-dollar companies are not paying taxes, which amounts to tax loss of 1.1 billion. Since 2014, a huge number of documents, including the Panama Papers and the Paradise Papers scandals, have been leaked by the International Consortium of Investigative Journalists, unveiling how tax evasion and avoidance have become standard business practices across the globe.
This indicates that our economy excessively rewards those at the top.
Despite an impressive economic growth since 2005, poverty still affects millions of people's lives, and that takes us to our second aspect: lack of basic needs, things we need for our survival. Extreme poverty has had severe impact on access to education, healthcare, and opportunities for more than 40 million Kenyans. Unequal access to these amenities is rife. Nearly 1 million primary school-aged children are still out of school, which is the 9th highest number of any country in the world. Despite some improvements in the health status over the last decade, the government spends only 6% of its budget on health. However, a quarter of the Kenyan population regularly lack access to healthcare, and a recent study estimated that nearly 2.6 million people fall into poverty or remain poor due to ill health each year. Tackling inequality could help to lift millions out of poverty, secure sustainable economic growth, and bring the country together. Inequality is not inevitable, but the government can reduce it to sustainable levels.
Boniface Mutunga for the report.